problem with teens. Communication. Ego. What? Not at a women's conference. Listening, says the man at the back that we love from Together We Can Change the World, Scott. Humans have this thing. Raise your hand if you have this thing called ooey gooey unpredictable emotions. Now, if you take a human and you take away their emotions, what do you get? Germans. My name is Jessica Breitenfeld, and I was born to two Germans who moved to Canada, to Toronto. Any Filipinos been to Toronto? Yes. Filipinos are everywhere in Toronto. It's a most beautiful cultural mix, and I'm so pleased to be with you here today. I'm a therapist in Gestalt psychotherapy, and my specialty is women. Boundaries. Helping women say yes when they need to, no when they don't need to. The 80-20 human. Who is this cute man up here? He's off stage now, but this cute man. Yeah, ooh. But look very closely. He, like you, is an 80-20 human. He's cool. He's sexy. He has his fly down. Can you imagine going on stage with your fly down? Yes. Humans are beautiful, strong, generous, and also weak, smelly, and sometimes hide the cookies in the house so your boyfriend doesn't find them. Anyone can relate? Just me? Imagine 80% of the time you are delicious, you are wonderful, everyone wants to be around you, you are helpful, you are pleasing, you are the best wife in the world. And then 20% of the time, like here in Friends, the food falls on the floor, you fall to the floor, the darkness comes out. And I'm here to encourage us. We have the 80, we have the 20. We are humans. And once we accept that we are imperfect, you know, my mother-in-law in Barcelona, she called me once, it was the happiest day of my life. It's so embarrassing. She called me a Barbie. I'm chubby Barbie, but I am a Barbie in Spain. And even Barbie probably has her 20%. I mean, how can she walk like that? She probably has her imperfections just like us, just like Harry Styles. Now, we are going to shift how we respond today. I want you to take your hands like this. Now, yes, almost like that. And now you are going to see the world in a different way. You're going to flip them upside down. Ow. And now, Alice, almost, you're blocking your eyes. Congratulations if you can do this. You are under age 20. Yeah. And the rest of you that say, ow, my carpal tunnel, thank you. You are normal. We want to shift how we see the world. We are so hard on ourselves when that 20% comes creeping out, when we say the wrong word, when we use the wrong fork, when we make the wrong sound and the wrong smell, we beat ourselves up. As a therapist, I've spoken to thousands of women, and every one of those women has the dark 20%. If you focus on the dark 20%, you will not get to where you need to go. Everything that comes to you is an offer. If you see the world like a buffet that we're going to have for lunch, and everything is calling your name, whoa, they want me. It needs me. You regain the power to choose how you respond to life. Na, 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 na. And there are two ways of responding to life. Is it a half full glass? Do you guys like this? I don't know what it is, but I want it. It looks like fruit with milk with something in it. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? You are going to be in a group of 3 people. It's going to be a 1-minute exercise for all of you. We are going to feel right now if you are a fortunately or a unfortunately kind of person right now. And by the end of this presentation, you will feel empowered to choose how you respond to the offers that life brings you. Yes, life is unfair, Dr. Justin said. And you get to choose which train track you are on, the positive or the negative, because you can look at them in a different way. The first person in this exercise, the person with the longest hair, is going to start and say, fortunately, it's a sunny day. The next person with the shorter hair will say, unfortunately, I can't be outside. Third person, fortunately, we get to come to the Women's Forum. Unfortunately, do you get where we're going? You will have a 1-minute triangle of trying different versions of yourself. And then you, after today, choose which version you want to be at every offer. Could you look around the table and find 2 other individuals who are also humans, perhaps 80-20 humans, and you have 1 minute. When I start to clap, you're back with me. Longest hair begins. Fortunately, there's a lot of food through those doors. Unfortunately, she told us not to eat dessert. Fortunately, I didn't hear that. Unfortunately, my body will gain the weight. Fortunately, perfect. Yes, 3 people, perfect. Ladies at the back. Yep, she can begin. Fortunately, unfortunately, ready?
It's gonna be my group.
I'm in your group.
Too. Okay.
You're so. I want Mike. Sir,
Hi.
put that phone away.
Oh, sorry.
You are going to be in a group of 3. Okay. Fortunately, unfortunately, fortunately, unfortunately. Please begin.
The unfortunate one? Oh, okay.
Fortunately,
I'm glad I had coffee.
unfortunately,
I am allergic to coffee.
fortunately.
Fortunately, we have sugar.
Good. You begin. Fortunately. And then she goes unfortunately. But start the sentence. Is that good or bad? That depends. Fantastic. How many of you are fortunately people? You see the glass half full. How many of you are able to admit that sometimes you see the glass half empty? Yeah? Perfect. I'm in the right audience because then you are a human. You make mistakes. And once you can accept that you make mistakes, you, congratulations, are an 80-20 human. Realistic. Not idolizing becoming that person. You are this person with your weaknesses and with your strengths. And once you accept your weaknesses and build on your strengths, you will be heard because you are integrated and whole. Accept Oh, that's a hard word. We don't want to accept, we want to get better, we want to get stronger, we want to get thinner. Not you guys, but the food is very good in this country. Very bad Philippines. I thought I would lose weight coming to Asia. Not when you eat whipped cream for dessert. So the question is, if teams are the place that you spend most of your time, we have the beautiful team over here, we have the government team back there, we have the Uber team over there. Do you want to be on a team where it feels good to go to work? Yes. Would your boss say that? Teams are full of 80-20 humans. Some days they're going to be here, some days they're going to be here. And you must accept that. Have you heard of Google? Google wanted to find out what makes a good team. They investigated the greatest teams and they looked at them and said, is it because they all are the same religion? No. Is it because they all wear the same striped shirts every day? No. Is it because they all have the same smelly lunches? No. What could it be? What makes a good team? Do you know what makes a good team?
11:50.
You know, but you don't know it. So thank God for Google, because they told us. It was called Project Aristotle. And they found out, luckily, there are two things that a highly productive, happy team needs. Would you like to know? Good. Two parts of a great team. Equal speaking time. The hierarchy is dead. The hierarchy got us here, and now a change needs to happen. Once people feel seen and heard and have equal speaking time, happiness increases. Being seen, being heard increases. If you feel seen and heard at your job, it is because you are given a voice. You want to give other people a voice. Secondly, Google, Project Aristotle found out that you need to be, it rhymes with rice, nice. Quite simply, you must be a kind human being and have empathy for your colleagues. Everyone is capable of these two items. Every team can get to new levels. Every team can be happy. Do you believe me? Because it's so easy to be nice and listen, right? Yes. I was not a very good listener. And then I went to therapy. And when you go to therapy in Spain, I had to listen for 3 years, for 600 hours, to people crying about things I didn't understand because I didn't understand the language strong enough. And I learned to listen, and it killed me inside because I love to be here, not listening, if I may admit. And I developed this ability to listen to people, and my friendships flourished. The relationships I had, people saw me as a nice person. People could connect, and it revolutionized my life because I gave equal speaking time, and I was kinder. And so I became a therapist. If you go to therapy long enough, you actually become credited to become a therapist. So thank you for those issues. If you have equal speaking time and you have kindness on your team, you get, ba-bum-bum-bum, no drum roll, it's behind me, you get psychological safety. The feeling of safety, what we all live for, what we all pay insurance for, why we all marry. Amy Edson from Harvard, she studied when people feel safe, team psychological safety. She also found that you can create it. Teams need to be conscious about how to create it. And we found out from Google the 2 ways to create it. It's exciting, it's not brain surgery. You can make people feel safe by listening to them. It's so simple. So simple. Team psychological safety, you won't be punished or humiliated for being you, expressing yourself. Teams where you can innovate is when you share an idea and people say, that was a bad idea, and thank you for sharing. Maybe it will lead to something else. There are 5 keys to a successful team. And at the top is psychological safety. If you do not feel safe, you will not share with anyone your thoughts, your information, and you will not give them your trust. A team without trust is doomed. Adaptability intelligence. One of the 12 emotional intelligence. Daniel Goleman keyed about 12 social competencies, I can't say the word, skills that you need to be emotionally intelligent. Take a look at the list. If you have at least 5 of these, congratulations, you're emotionally intelligent. If you have less than 5, I'm sorry. Check out which one you have in high levels. You can say, yeah, I'm a leader. I'm a great mentor. Oh, I'm organized. Turn to the person beside you and say, I am amazing at. Adaptability was not popular before something that happened 3 years ago. You have adapted to something that you never thought you could have adapted to before. Congratulations. Adaptability is the ability to move when things need you to move, to make decisions when a decision needs to be made, to walk even though you're afraid, feel the fear and do it anyway, Justin reminded us. Adapt or die. Who said it? A famous scientist. Probably what you said, in the Galapagos Islands. Darwin. Adapt or die. And this goes to a very profound level. This is going to be what determines your children's future. You can learn a skill by reading a book and practicing it a little bit and repeat. But you cannot learn like that the ability to adapt. It must be integrated. And luckily, we are going to do the first step today in 3 steps. McKinsey & Company and LinkedIn rated adaptability and resilience as the #1 skill of the future of work. Not us, we're probably too old. But your children will want to learn how to adapt, more importantly than learning the skills of the trade. The mindset of adapting is detrimental or the most influential thing that you'll be able to develop. We measure that now through AI, artificial intelligence. I'm certified with an organization that measures how well you and your teams adapt under stress when you do the test. 15 different skills. Within 20 minutes, you can find out if you are doomed or thriving. And then you can adapt and work on that 20% that you need to improve and grow and speak out for that 80% that you already got going on. There are 3 steps, as the Germans do 3. How do you do 3 in the Philippines? Oh, like this with a that's beautiful. A-OK, beautiful. The first step to adapting is you must listen. If you don't listen, you're done. Then you must accept the reality. You don't like it, you hate it, you must accept reality. And then, after you have accepted it, you are allowed to build. You can collaborate to a more positive solution to the problem that you're facing. With every problem that is an offer, you can either block it, hate it, complain about it, or you listen, you accept, and you build. Turn to the person beside you and say to that person, I like your shirt, but, and say another sentence. And then repeat, I like your shirt, and. And I would like to see what comes out with the subtle shift of one word. I like your shirt, but it would be too small for me. I like your shirt, and I wish it came in my size. Just see what the difference between and but is. You have 15 seconds. Same table, ladies. Will you marry me? If Brad Pitt asked you that, what would you say? Yes! No! Or, what is another way to respond to offers in life? I'll think about it. So cute. You go, girl. Yes, and what you just experienced? Or yes, but. There is a big difference between and but. You're going to experience that in 1 minute. We're going to do one sentence at a time. You will start the sentence, the person with the longest hair. Once upon a time, there was a man who ate pizza every day. The other person will continue it. Yes, and he ate so much pizza that he started to look like a pepperoni. Back to the first person. Yes, I heard you, and add a sentence. I want you to adapt to what the person said. Adapt with an attitude of, yes, I heard you, and I add me. You do you contribute to the story of the other person. You have 1 minute, please. First person, sentence. Second person, yes, and. Add another sentence, yes, and. It's a beautiful dress. Do the exercise. One sentence.
I did at the beginning.
Yes, and. Yes, and over here. Good, ladies, you try it over here. Oh, do it in a circle, yeah. Perfect, good idea. Yes, yes, and. Exactly, keep building the story. Good.
Ready, award, music.
Yes, and just feels better. Anytime you have a situation where you have to give feedback to someone, and you say yes, but, what happens to the beginning of the sentence? Do you have Tinder? Imagine you're on a date with someone. He says to you, oh, I love the way you dance. Oh, I love the way you cook. I love the way you walk. But I've met somebody else. All those compliments are washed away because all I remember is what happened after my butt. But has the power to erase what you said before. If you want to collaborate on your teams, you use the word and. Switch your but for your and watch your team feel psychologically safe. They will feel seen, they will feel heard, they will feel that they are part of a team they want to belong with. They will also laugh. Ladies, lovely. Yes does not mean I agree with you. Yes means I heard you. Do you want to do something terrible to a bunch of people that don't deserve it? No! Yes means I heard you. Yes, I heard you want to do something terrible to a group of people that don't deserve it. And I suggest you go to therapy. Here's my card. Yes means I heard you. Listen, accept their reality even if you don't like it, and then build with them. The L-A-B, the lab. Every time you have an offer, you think of the lab. This is a fun game. This is the last game we'll play together. I wanted you to experience what it's like to adapt. And you do it all the time. You never know what's happening next. But now you consciously have an idea about how to respond. Switching your ands into your life. Just putting them a little bit more in there. Accepting that you are an 80-20 human and you will make mistakes and your team will make mistakes, and once you accept it, you create psychological safety. A place where innovation can blossom, where women in the Philippines can rise to higher levels, stopping to tell ourselves, I'm not good enough. I can't compete with them. No, everybody has their 20% of everybody. And you also have it, and I also have it. And that beautiful woman in Harry Styles has that horrible 20%. It's the dark and the light that we all have as humans. And once we accept we have the dark and the light, we can grow and thrive and build on our strengths and compassionately accept our weaknesses and do that with other people. The time is a little bit short for this exercise. I have many more exercises. So if you are really interested in building a stronger team, developing adaptability within yourselves, I'm here all day, folks. And I would love to talk to you, to ambitious women who want to get their ideas heard. Do any women have ideas that they want to get heard? Let me see your hands. You deserve to be heard. And stop doubting yourself, worrying about this 20% that everybody has. And get out there, be adaptable, switch your mentality from the unfortunate to the fortunate, and be that 80-20 person that I know and love and everyone in your life knows and loves. And thank you very much. 80-20 humans.